Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I think I have decided to go with 23 flavors of stitching. So welcome back to my channel, 23 flavors of stitching. My name is Kirsten, and I'm just gonna hop right into the video with the new start that I had within the last couple of weeks. In my first video, I talked about how I had joined the Creatively Crafting Halloween Stitch Along. It is now over, but with my hectic schedule and trying to get things done, I was just able to get it started. So I started in the upper left-hand corner, which is not where they told us to start, but I didn't want to start in the bottom corner. I just didn't feel good about starting in the bottom corner, so it's not very big, but yeah, we'll see how far I get. It's been really fun so far. I'm starting on the part where everyone said that they've had like the hardest time getting through. I'm starting in the moon. So we'll see what happens with that. So that was my only new start. We'll go into my WIPS, and the hoops are just gonna stay on because where I was working on and where you guys like need to see basically from the updates are inside the hoop. So I worked on this. This is Which Better Have My Candy from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I worked more on the witch. I got her face, or the green part of her face done with her eyes, and I finished her hair, and I just have the orange band around her hat to do. And I think her shoes, and then I'm done with the witch. So there's that. It's been stitching up really quick when I have a chance to work on it. I think I mentioned in my last video, I'm a senior at my university, and I only have 20 credits left to graduate, but this semester is a hard one because I did a class all throughout the summer too, so I just haven't had a break. So this semester's been really hard for me. And sorry, I don't have any cover pictures for any of these, just because I don't. Anyway, this is Garden Party from 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. I'm doing this one for my mom. I finished this leaf right here, did this leaf, and then I started the flower down here. I messed up somewhere along the way, and I don't really want to take the time to figure out where because I thought that I did just fine. So I guess I've just been fudging it when I see that like maybe it's off by like 1 square or something. I've just been fudging it so that I just really don't want to go back and try to find where the mistake was, because I think it was like a flower ago. So it would be a lot of stitching to rip out, and I don't really want to do that. My next whip is Pretty Little Washington DC from Satsuma Street. Right here, this is going to be the Capitol building. I had to frog quite a bit, but I worked on this. There's going to be a lighter blue inside here. I need to finish filling in the windows, and then I did the cherry trees, because yeah, I did the trees. Yeah, I'm really excited for this one. And like like I mentioned, I'm gonna do kind of like a quilt of places that I've been, and I'm going to stitch where I've been. So this square for the quilt will be the first square that I've done. I'm gonna do some other ones. So there's that. And then my last I can show you one more. My Canada sampler by Stitchrovia, I wasn't able to work on since the last video, so if you want to go see that one and where I'm at with that, go check out my second video. It's a really pretty pattern. It's just super big, and when I nanny my niece for 2 days out of the week, I need to take something small, something that I don't necessarily need to like look at a pattern, because I mostly just stitch at night. I spend the night at my sister's house for the days before I'm supposed to nanny, and so I just prefer to not have to look at a pattern or just not to lug something huge around. And I have that Stitchrovia sampler I have it on an 18-inch quilter soup. So next is Sleeping Mandrake. I'm not sure who this is by, but I got it on Etsy. I think I talked about who designed it and who's selling it on Etsy in the last video, so go check out my second video. But in my second video, I had just I was just on the Mandrake, but I'm using the called for colors except for the browns. I didn't have the right colors of brown, and so I just decided to do a conversion, so it's a little bit darker than it should be, but I really like it. And then down here I'm using the called for colors, but that red looks really red. Anyway, so that's that. I just have the pot to get finished. This is going to be a gift for my brother and sister-in-law. They are having their first little baby. We just found out that she's a girl. So I'm doing this. My brother really likes Harry Potter, so I'm doing this for their nursery. And I'm gonna turn it into a pillow. So if you have any good like Harry Potter fabrics, let me know, because I don't know how I'm gonna, like, what fabric I'm gonna put on the back of the pillow. But, so that was my last WIP. Next, it's like my immediate plans, things that I have kitted up, or I'm in the process of kitting up to get finished. First, we'll go with this one first. This is called Lovers, and this I found on an Etsy shop. I'm doing it for me and my husband, because he has brown hair, I have blonde hair. But this is what it looks like. Let me see. Maybe if I turn down the brightness a little bit. Maybe. This is what it looks like. I found it on Etsy. And I'm using all the called for DMC. So here they are, my little Ziploc. I'm doing it on 18 count Ada Vintage Country Mocha. And so it'll be on that. So there's that. I'm really excited to do that one. I want it done for the winter, so I don't know when I'll start it. I'm thinking that I can probably work on it when we are visiting my parents for Christmas in Virginia. So the next one that I have kitted up is from the exact same designer on Etsy. I think it's just called Mom and Baby, to be honest. But she has multiple with moms and babies. Anyway, this is what it looks like. I'm going to convert the hair color to blonde. And I don't know if I'm gonna convert the clothes, like the jacket color or the baby's onesie color. I don't know yet. But I'm doing it now because I don't know if I'll be in the mood to stitch if and when I get pregnant in a couple years, and so I figure I can start it now and like slowly work on it. That way I'm not like in a rush to do anything when I'm pregnant, especially if I'm not in the mood to do it. So I'm doing it also on an 18, I think it's an 18 count Aida. It might just be white, but there's also like it's like a really light gray. You can only tell that it's gray when it's up against the white. I'll have to double check. It's an Aida. It's either white or really light gray. I think it's like fog, gray, silver, something. But that's using all the called for colors again. Here they are. But I may switch that depending on what I want it to look like. And then I forgot a couple WIPS, and they're right here, so I'll go into them after I finish this. The last thing that I have planned, I'll probably just stitch it on 16 or 18 count Aida that's white. It's called the Pumpkins pattern, and it's by CrossWithMe on Etsy. And I already have an idea of how I want to finish it, but it's not going to be very big. It says it's 7.07 inches by 7.36 inches, and in centimeters that's 17.96 by 18.69 centimeters. It's only 99 stitches by 103 stitches. So there's that. And I'm using all the called for colors. I don't have them all together because some I just bought, so I'm going to show you them in a little bit, and some they're just sitting in the bag. But I'm really excited to do that. And the WIPS I forgot to show you. I'll just show you real quick. This one I got on Etsy. It's on 14 count white Aida. I got it when I first started cross stitching a couple years ago, and I still haven't finished it. I went to school in Colorado. I can't remember if I told you guys that or not, but I went to school for my associate's degree out in Colorado for 2 years. I was on a volleyball scholarship out there, and I'm doing a Colorado highway sign. I started too close to the edges, I know, but oh well. Figure I can just make it into like a pillow or something. I don't know. But this is the highway sign for the highway in between my town that I went to school in. It's called Rangeley, and Grand Junction, Colorado. So it's gonna say Highway 139, so I just have to do the 1 and the 3 and finish the 9. And I accidentally grabbed the wrong red one day while I was stitching, but I just decided to leave it. I didn't want to rip it out, and then this blue took forever, and it's a really light blue. When I was doing it, when I started it, I didn't have a ton of colors, and I didn't really want to go out and buy them yet. I think we had just gotten our puppy, and I had just brought her home, and so I was now paying for a little bit more than I was when I first started, because I brought her home in October of 2018, and I started stitching in July of 2018. So the numbers left to do on that. And then the last WIP I have forgotten to show you guys a couple times. But this one I have a cover page for. It's one of those My First Stitch kits that you can get at Joann's and Walmart. It's the dragon. I did a frosted, my husband has a cousin whose little girls are more like his nieces, and for the oldest daughter, I did a frosted pumpkin stitchery chart that it's the girl on a unicorn. I did that one for her, and the younger daughter, she really likes dragons. So I'm doing the dragon, and I've converted the colors to be in pinks and purples instead of blues. So that's where I'm at on that. I've honestly forgotten that I was stitching on it. So I'll probably pull that out. I'll probably take that while I nanny this week. But that's it for WIPs and plans. I didn't have a finish this week. I'm really having a hard time with classes. Like a really hard time. So all of my extra time is devoted to trying to do something for class. Anyway, I think my last part of the video will be what I've purchased in the last little bit. So I guess we'll just get started on that. So we'll start with some finishing items that I've got. I thought this sign would be cute. You can just cover it, put magnets on it. But it was $3 in the Target dollar spot. And this is what it looks like, and it has the ribbon right there. And then this I also got from the Target dollar spot, which just there's 3 of each kind of leaf. It says that they have adhesive on the back of them. But this was $1 in the Target dollar spot, and this is some ideas that they give you. And then I also got, these say they're table accents, but you can just super glue them on or something. They're just different colors of pumpkins. And there's 10 in here, and this is also $1 in the Target dollar spot. And the last thing I got from the Target dollar spot are these, they look like crates, but they're just these wood boards. There's 2 of them. There's this one inside. They were $5 at the spot. So there's this small one and there's this big one. That's what they look like, that picture right there. I thought it would be cute to put some smaller designs on. Like maybe magnetizing them or just super gluing it on, depending on what you want to use it for. And then at Walmart I found this. It's magnetic, so you could just put magnets on a piece. And then it has this twine right here. Thought that would be cute for a finish. And then I got, there's a couple 4th of July patriotic patterns that I'm going to want to do soon and finish soon. I think I got one, it's the truck in the house from, I think, is it Shannon Christine Designs? But I thought this would be cute on the back of it. This was at Walmart in their fabric section. It's just a pre-cut yard, so I thought that would be cute. It's the house. And then they also had fat quarters cut of Christmas patterns. So I got this one that has the truck on it with a tree and some presents. Thought that would be cute for some Christmas patterns. Buffalo check with some modeling in the red. for a Christmas finish or just whatever. And then this one is definitely for a Christmas finish. This is a deer head right here. It says, oh dear, Christmas is here. It has like a bell right there. That's a bell. And then the poinsettia, and there's a tree somewhere. Tree's right there. So I thought that would be cute for finish. And then the last things are just some flosses that I bought at Joann's. This blue is for my Washington DC pattern. It was the only blue that I was missing, so I decided to get that. And then these 3 colors that I'm going to show you right here are for that pumpkin pattern that I showed you. They're the only 3 colors that I was missing. So there's that. And I think, I'm looking around, I think that's all. I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed. I really appreciate it, and for those comments that I've gotten, it's really meant a lot. So if you have any questions, I did the Know Your Needleworker tag in my first video. It was probably a little long-winded. I was really nervous, but if you have any questions about getting to know me or anything like that, just ask them below. I will see you in my next update, whenever that may be. It may be a couple weeks, depending on how much stitching I get done, just like this last time, because I didn't get very much done. But we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.